My sketch book. OG got it in my house. It's in my sketch book. OG got it in my sketch book.
Who's Art Show?
Me. I'm Artshow. Like, I feel like I present myself in like an artistic way. I'm like a walking art show. That's where that came from. ArtshowOGK. I'm just an art show. I got everything. Anything art, I got that shit.
Where did OGK come from?
Stands for OG Kilo. Kilo's like a nickname and shit. OG just for original. Like I never changed. I do the same shit. Like.
When did you first start doing art?
Art. I feel like I was like drawing and painting and shit before I could write. Complete sentences and letters. Always doing art. So my whole life.
When did you decide you wanted to take it serious?
Like serious.
Yeah, like making money off it, paying bills off of it.
When I went to college and shit, I went to Art Institute of Washington. And I don't advise anybody goes there. But yeah, I went there and I met some cool people. I met dude Xavier, excuse me, like just a homie education. He like showed me how real art works for real, like people who could actually make money off of what they do, and like how art plays its role in the world. Like from like the high school perspective, it was just like, yeah, I could make art, I could draw, I could paint, blah blah. It's not really like money, but he showed me like the business side and like what it could really be, you know.
What can it really be?
I don't know, like I have a painting at a skate park that I got built like awesome art shit. It could be that, you know, like just an idea. As long as you follow through with that shit, it could be whatever the fuck you want it to be, for real. Like from like the smallest like brand like mink to like I don't know, to like the big brands like Nike and shit like that. Like all the niggas follow through on like just creative ideas, and like if they can do it, you can do that shit. Like you just have to follow through and make it happen for yourself.
Break down that record, that booth. I pull up shit face and I cool. OG out dance on my loop. I pour up off all my juice. Bumming imported for me. Ain't nothing imported on you. Run on my bands on the beat. OG just keeping that smooth. I hit it, that flip it, that move, and I swear that I get it, then switch it, then proof. Bitch, I been worried about me. Why would I be worried about you?
When did you start rapping?
Oh, alright, yeah. Middle school, I was writing like little raps and shit, cause I like Lil Wayne and shit. So all his songs, I used to try to like write my own versions of his songs and shit. And then when I got to like high school, like I met niggas that actually had studio equipment and shit like that. So I started actually trying to write my own songs over like beats. I found out you could get beats off of YouTube, so I used to just like, you know, scavenge YouTube, you know, every beginner rapper shit, scavenge YouTube.
Lil Wayne type beats.
Yeah, like shit, Lil Wayne type beats, Lupe Fiasco type beats, what types of ASAP Rocky type beats and shit. It's a balance. I have to find a balance. Just like sometimes art's coming first, sometimes music's coming first, and sometimes fashion's coming first. It's just whatever's like on the plate for today type shit.
What made you want to transfer your art over into fashion?
I've always been into fashion. Like for a long time, I was into fashion. Just, I don't know. It just seemed like the move. Like getting serious with like all my concepts and stuff like that. It was like, yeah, might as well get some clothes. People were asking for clothes too. So it was like, yeah, I might as well try it. Just try my hand. And I always wanted to have a brand.
What do the mountains mean?
Like, okay, the true story behind the mountains. There's two stories behind the mountains, for real. They're supposed to like represent being like indomitable. If I said that properly. Sorry, I'm smacked. Yeah, I'm some shit.
Shout out weed.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's supposed to represent that, and then the sun is like, I don't know, that's like, that would represent me. It's like, that's like the light. I feel like I'm the light that's like coming over the indomitable mountains type shit. Like what people see is like a huge obstacle, like this is me, like bet. I'm over top of this shit, I know what to do, like type shit. And also, when I made this joke, it was my first day back on Photoshop since like 2011, I think. So that's like what, 6 years? 5 years? That's some shit. Yeah, and this is the first thing I ever made
Wow.
I tried to like make something with just geometric shapes, and I made this, and I was like, oh, this is kinda tight.
Right.
Put it on Twitter, people kind of liked it, and then like as soon as I looked at it more and more, I was like, man, this is my logo.
What are some of the trials and tribulations you've had to deal with having your own clothing brand?
Damn. I guess startup money, connections, like having to learn like how things are like networked and shit like that, like how clothes are manufactured, like how to like do it on your own type shit, like,
Yeah.
without like hand making it. It's really like a network for real. I had to learn that it's a network. You gotta have people. It's like you can't do it on your own. You have to have a team for real. Like the fashion industry is really intricate. And,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's really cliquey too. It's cliquey.
How did you get involved with 3-0-WAP?
I started 3-0-WAP, like the concept of 3-0-WAP, and like I feel like I credit Mike for like he really like embodied it, like and made it like the WAP, like yeah 3-0-WAP, 3-0-WAP, yeah 301, 3-0-WAP, yeah type shit, because we all came up on the 301.
Yeah.
Maryland, and we used to always just say WAP all the time, like WAP this, WAP that, like just that was our thing. We said WAP, so 301, 3-0-WAP. And I told Mike and Rest about it, and they kind of just like made it work.
What were some of your artists growing up that you really liked to listen to?
Shout out my nigga Choji. But listen, like musical artists
Yeah.
growing up. Like I said, Lil Wayne. I listened to a lot of Lil Wayne growing up. Like they used to say what they wanted about Weezy, but that nigga had like the shit. Like
Top
You
3
go
songs
over-
you made.
by me. Sketchbook.
I'm just painting in my sketchbook. All these people try to say I'm next up, but I'm just working in my sketchbook. All these people try to say I'm flexed up. Back in school I wasn't reading textbook. I was busy flexing out the sketchbook. I ain't give a fuck about who next up. All I did was work up in my sketchbook. $30,000 out the sketchbook. Got these bitches maxing out they checkbook.
I fuck with that trap game with Uzumaki.
What?
That's my shit.
Sketchbook. For the Feels. I fuck with For the Feels real hard because I made that jump for like niggas to feel good and shit. I don't know. Like when I made it for the intention of me to feel good and try to make somebody else feel good at the same time. And I feel like people really felt that, and that's why it did the little bit of numbers that it did. Shout out Dizzy, she recorded that jump with me. Silver Spring. Shout out Silver Spring, I fuck with y'all. And I don't know. Any song with Mike on it.
Why?
Cause like that's I don't know. Like it's rare when me and Mike get on songs. Like people think we make songs all the time, but it's like we be around each other a lot. But like the music don't. Like sometimes it just be different shit, you know. But when it happens, and it's tight as shit.
Burberry just couldn't feel. OG can tell I was real. This levels on levels like hell. These bitches gon' come on the pill. The code in the come with a seal. Can settle for less than a mil. We sellin' no teller, we chill. We sellin' no teller, we chill. Burberry just couldn't feel. OG can tell I was real.
What needs to happen for the DC Maryland rap scene to get taken to the next level?
Stop hating.
Yeah,
Just stop hating,
just, like
man.
a little bit more
Stop hating, support each
organization. Like more organization, and we just gotta get rid of the niggas that's not really about the culture for real. Cause that's who got all the power right now. Like we gotta get people in play that's like really for this shit, not just to make a dollar and shit. Cause there's a lot of culture to be cultivated, I guess, type shit. There's a lot of talent in this area, and it's just like it's not organized, and there's no real like outlet. It's just like people trying to make their own outlet or like get away to make something to come back type shit.
What does TSA mean?
TSA. That's the homies. That's like the what would I call that? They handle all like my distribution and PR and management, you know.
All that good stuff.
A good firm, like good people. Shout out my nigga Ian. Fuck with you. Hope you see this. He's in Canada.
What are some things you've learned through this journey, through all your arts?
You gotta be genuine with the shit, like no matter what, even if you gotta take the L sometimes, or even if somebody's not gonna like you, or like it's gonna be some negative outcome, you gotta be yourself. And
What's one thing you've learned through all this?
if you really want to do this shit, you gotta like really just stick with what you're trying to do. Like deter from what you original plans or like any kind of like just bullshit that people get caught up in. Like, just don't get caught up in the bullshit.
Just keep at it.
Yeah, just keep at it. Just keep working on the shit. Like, it's your idea. You make it work. So if you feel like it could work, make it work. If you want to do something, just do that shit. Just fuck all the little obstacles that you try to make up in your brain, or like people try to put in your brain, like that you can't do this, can't do that. Everything that happens, that people make happen, they make that shit happen. Like, you just have to make your own way to do that shit. Like, don't worry about nobody else, their progress, like what they're doing, like how it does not affect you. It's their life. Like, you just make your shit happen if you really want to make it happen. And if you loaf, it's on you.
What's one thing you want people to know about you?
I'm good at what I do.
I'm just painting in my sketchbook. All these people try to say I'm next up, but I'm just working in my sketchbook.